The main usefulness of a ratio is called proportions. Proportions give us a tool to compare two equivalent ratios. We can compare with this symbol. This symbol is going to give us an equivalence. As you know, 1:2 as 3:6. Or in other words, we can see in the fraction form, like 1/2 is equal to 3/6. The upper numbers are called means and the lower numbers are called extremes. The basic principle of proportion in math says that the multiplications of their products, that means the means multiplied, are equal as the extremes multiplied. As you can see here, it's a cross product or a multiplication in a cross section. So if you can see, the first proportion in the numerator is multiplied to the denominator of the second proportion, as well as the second denominator is multiplied by the denominator of the second proportion. So what we are going to have is 1 times 6 is going to be equal to 2 times 3. As you can see, y times 6 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6. So the answer is 6. If this multiplication is equal, then our proportions are equivalent. This is very useful because proportions usually have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means that we have 2 means and 2 extremes. And the main tool is that help us to find from 4 terms which 3 are known, 1 which is unknown. That's getting us the principle of an equation. Here we have a practical example. They told us that in 2 cars we have 12 people. This is an American car because American cars are bigger, so they got 3 in the front and 3 in the back. That means that we have 6 people by car. But they are telling us that in 2 cars they got 12 people. The question is, how many cars do I need to take 30 people? As you can see, I am not only writing numbers, but I am also writing units or objects. But the main and most important part is that if I put cars on top, I should put cars also on top on the second proportion. If I put people in the bottom part of the first proportion, people should also go at the bottom part of the second proportion. Now I go to this property of cross product multiplication and I multiply 2 cars times 3 people. Okay? And then I have 2 cars multiplied by 36 people. Also, the numbers of cars that I don't know, which I call x, is multiplied by 12 people. Well, I do the multiplication. So 12 times x is 12x. And 2 times 36 gives me 72 cars people. And I need to find out the value of x. So I use the inverse property of the numbers. As we remember, the inverse of multiplication is division. So since 12 is multiplying x, the inverse will be the division of the same number. So in order to cancel out 12, I divide both terms by 12, as you can see here. So I will get a cancellation. 12 divided by 12 is going to be 1. And 72 divided by 12 is going to give me 6. So I also can cancel out the names. So people are cancelled out with people. And the only thing that's left is XC. C stands for cars. 72 cars people, and we have 12 people. So people are canceled out, so the only dimension left out is cars. So the answer will be that we need 6 cars to take out 36 people. It's very important then to say that the final answer will see that we have 6 cars. And this is the usefulness of a proportion to find of 3 knowns, 1 unknown. And it's very useful in daily lifetime for solving all the problems that we can think about proportions based on comparison operations. Again, I would tell you that I expect you take care of yourself very well, don't go out, study hard and have fun. God bless you.